What's up guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. This is a video I've wanted to do for quite some time now, which is about the hook grip and how to do it effectively. Now I'm not going to waste y'all's time by making some long drawn out video, so let's just jump right into this one. So I first have to preface this by saying that in the beginning hook grip is going to hurt, and you're just going to have to get over it because that's a part of the learning curve. However, there are ways to make it hurt less, which is exactly what we're going to talk about right now. So in my opinion, there is a correct way and then incorrect ways to grip the bar when you hook grip. The correct way, which I noticed has been popularized by Sean Noriega and Johnny Candido, is to grip the bar lower in the thumb, or the part of the thumb that's farthest away from your palms. You don't want to grip the bar deep into your thumbs because that's how you'll end up tearing them. I've actually torn both of my thumbs during meet preps, and I realized that each time it had to do with me gripping the bar too deep into my thumb. So naturally, I just stopped gripping the bar with a completely closed fist, or what I'll refer to as a full grip for the purpose of this video. Now, that full grip that you typically use to bench or squat just isn't necessary for hook grip because there isn't as high of a demand to stabilize the weight on or over your body. The purpose of hook gripping is to have a secure pronated grip on the deadlift. It's not used as a means to stabilize the weight.
Firmly grasp it!
Now, as previously mentioned, there is a correct way to hook grip. The correct way is to make sure that the lower area of the thumbs are secured onto the bar primarily with your middle finger, with the focus being on just gripping the nail of your thumbs with your middle finger. What that means is that your index, ring, and pinky aren't applying any sort of pressure on your thumbs or the bar at all. From the front, it'll look as though the bar is barely being secured in your hand, but you have to remember that you're trying to secure the lower portion of your thumb onto the bar and not your entire palm. So your hands will end up looking like they're slightly opened because technically they actually are. If from the front it looks like you have a full grip or a closed fist, then you know it's too deep into your thumbs, and that's incorrect. That lower part of your thumb is more than enough to keep the bar secure, and doing it this way will keep the bar from rolling in your hand, especially on heavy attempts at lockout. In fact, I've had my fair share of battles with heavy deadlift attempts in the past, and not a single one of them was failed because of my grip. My grip held up every single time, but I always came up short on the strength to actually complete the lift. In the end, I'd always just give up out of sheer frustration of having to hold the weight for so long, and never because my grip failed. My best deadlift so far is 771, and I honestly credit my proficiency with the hook grip as to how I even pulled that off. I didn't have to worry about my grip giving out, and I could fight the weight to lockout despite literally everything else in my deadlift technique falling apart. And that right there is personally why I prefer to pull with a hook grip. You literally feel like you're strapped onto the bar. It's much better than a mixed grip because now both of your shoulders are in a more natural position to pull a lot of weight. I think about it this way. I don't do barbell rows, pull downs, or pull ups with a mixed grip. It would look silly and it'd feel extremely awkward to do so. It's way more comfortable to do pulling movements when both of your hands are facing the same direction, whether that's pronated or supinated. And that's what motivated me to learn hook grip. It allows you to have both hands pronated without needing to rely on straps to secure the weight in your hands. So again, if we go over the specifics of the hook grip, the main focus is to secure the lower portion of the thumb primarily with your middle finger. We don't want it too deep into the thumb because it's much more painful that way and we're at a greater risk of tearing it open. Also, a few important tips I'd give is to practice hook grip with your rep work. If you can avoid using straps, you'll shorten the learning curve because you'll adapt to it much quicker. I'd recommend that you use athletic tape to wrap your thumbs, especially during training blocks that require a lot of deadlift volume. Next tip is to get away from the habit of slamming the weight down on the ground during your rep work, or even just at all. This is probably what causes people the most pain because of the added stress that it puts on the thumbs. You gotta keep in mind that your thumb is always in a compromised position, especially in comparison to a mixed grip. And lastly, just be patient. Understand that this is gonna take some time for you to get to a point where your thumbs don't feel pain, but I promise you, you will eventually build up a tolerance to it and you won't feel anything at all. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. I'm trying to keep these as concise as possible because I hate long drawn out videos, but that's all I got for y'all, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.